Back it up, back it up, back it up. Ooh. Hey guys, so welcome back to my... Oh no! We'll be back after a short break. Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. It's Janelle. It is another day of sitting on the floor because it is easier to film when you have a baby. But today's DIY video is all about baby toys. So this is something Ed absolutely loves, and it keeps her busy, and you'd be really shocked at what it is. A fabric that has like a crinkle sound in the inside, like that. And she honestly will just play with it forever, crinkles it, plays with a ribbon on the side, and it is awesome. So because she likes it so much, and we got one gifted to us from one of my mom's friends, I thought I would show you guys how you can create your own. Because I mean, if it keeps her going for like 10-15 minutes sometimes when I'm out, then there's got to be other babies and moms that can benefit from this. And the best thing about this DIY is that everything I use to make all of these were things I already had in my house. And I know I probably have more of a craft closet than some people, but you could use any type of fabric that you have. Maybe you have an old shirt or a pair of sweatpants or something like that that just doesn't fit. You could easily cut up that fabric and use that for this DIY. And then these little ribbons that I also just had laying around in my little craft closet here. But another thing, you can buy tons of this stuff at the dollar store. As well as if you go to any fabric store, you could go to the scrap area and you can find little pieces of fabric for so cheap, as well as the not yarn, the ribbon. Oh my god, mom brain. The ribbon, you can get it cut to any size that you want, so you don't have to buy a whole roll of it. So you can get a whole bunch of different types of it, and it is so affordable. So I'm going to stop babbling now, and we're just going to get into the DIY and show you guys how you can make your own Crinkle baby toy thing. I don't know what it's going to call, but I'm going to call it the Crinkle toy. So let's get started.
For this DIY, you're going to need 2 pieces of fabric. I did mine roughly around 8 inches long, but you can do whatever size you want. A bunch of ribbon that I cut into 8cm pieces and then fold in half and iron down just to make sure it had a crisp edge. You're going to need some crinkle paper, as I'm going to call it, but really this is just the inside from a cereal box, which is a little trick for this DIY. Just make sure you rinse it out beforehand. Make sure it's nice and clean. You're going to need as well some pins, a pair of scissors, and lastly, a sewing machine, or you can stitch by hand, but a sewing machine will make this a lot easier. To get started, cut your crinkle paper, and you want to make this roughly about 1 inch larger than your fabric that you will be using. So mine will be around 9 inches. You just want to make sure that it's a little bit larger just when you're sewing so we can cut off any excess fabric. But then you want to place your one piece of fabric right side up, and you can see here I have it on top of the crinkle paper. Next, you're going to take all those little pieces of ribbon that you cut, and you want to place them all around the edges of your fabric, but making sure you're folding so the folded edges in the inside and the open edges are on the outside. And then just hanging it off a little bit off the edge and pin it down. And the trick is you want to make sure you're putting your pins a little higher up on the ribbon. You can see here I did some of mine a little bit lower, and it does make it harder when you go to the sewing step. So if you pin it a little bit higher, it will make it a lot easier. So once you have that all done, you want to take your other piece of fabric and place that on top with the right side facing down over top of your fabric as shown here. From there, use your sewing machine and start sewing around all 4 edges. You want to make sure that you're doing it a little bit away from the edges just to make sure that you are fully sewing everything down and no ribbon will be loose. And then lastly, cut off any excess crinkle paper and fabric that you have, turn it right side out, and you are almost done. The last step is just closing the little gap that we left just so you could turn it the right way out, and just sew that by hand. And another tip that I learned is when leaving this little gap, make sure you leave one large enough and just do it on one side in between 2 pieces of ribbon so it's nice and easy to do. And then you have your little crinkle toy, and they are so easy to make, and your baby will love this.
I hope you guys like that DIY. As mentioned, it is so easy to do, and they love it for how simple it is. You don't need to spend a lot on toys for babies. So let me know if you're going to try this DIY at home. You could use, like I said, any scrap fabric you have around the house, which makes it... I know, you're so excited. I know. And there she goes. See, they love it. But let me know if you guys are going to try this DIY as mentioned. And please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up or a little thumbs up. You want to give a thumbs up? And subscribe to my channel as we're back every week with more videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.